Raging in the mirror, fists against the glass. Can't face the shattered pieces of a tarnished past. Betrayal in the air, well it thickens like a brew. Every friendly smile turning coldly into two. Specters of detractors celebrating in the night, falling from the pedestal in an endless flight. Everyone's abandoning the sinking ship so fast, losing grip on reality, can't outrun the past. Anger is a wildfire burning through his veins, staring at the sky, screaming out in vain. Crowd of traitors gathering and they want the throne, while he's left clutching to fantasies alone. Dreams of grandeur broken, scattered on the floor. Reality's a prison with no exit door. Angry eyes searching for someone to blame, but it's just reflections twisting in the shame. Specters of detractors celebrating in the night, falling from the past all in endless flight. Everyone's abandoning the sinking ship so fast, losing grip on reality, can't outrun the past.
In the heart of the cold dark north, where secrets twist and shadows morph, the stalker's eyes, they're fixated still. On the screens he conquers at his will. He's Derek, not Derek, you better know. Demanding respect in whispers low. With each click, his world does spin. In a web of lust he's drowning in. Buffalo Bill with a twisted thrill. Online whispers, they're haunting still. With each click, his world does spin. In a web of lust he's drowning in. Buffalo Bill with a twisted thrill. Online whispers, they're haunting still. Cyber jungle, he prowls at night. Cameras live under neon light. He's a phantom in the digital air, plucking nerves and pulling hair. Dangerous offender caught in a spree. His heart's a cage, but he holds the key. Derek IP with a darkened soul. Emptiness swallows him whole. Threads of desire tightly wound. In an abyss he's deeply bound. He stalks like shadows, never sleep. In the silence secrets keep. Through the screens he's walking tall. Mind a prison with no wall.
dangerous offender, caught in a spree. His heart's a cage, but he holds the key. Derek IP with a darkened soul. Emptiness swallows him whole. Threads of desire tightly wound, and an abyss sees deeply bound. He stalks like shadows never sleep. In the silence secrets keep. Through the screens he's walking tall. Mind a prison with no wall.
Darkness forces rise, shadows whisper broken ties. Dashed fire throws his words like knives. Dark side Phil won't survive. In the back room cries echo loud. He's a king without a crown. Phil's fortress is burning down. Detractor wins without a sound. Dash fire flames can't be tamed. Phil's excuses are all the same. Tears fall, but who's to blame? Dash fire keeps playing the game. In the back room cries echo loud. He's a king without a crown. Phil's fortress is burning down. Detractor wins without a sound. Dash fire's flames can't be tamed. Phil's excuses are all the same. Tears fall, but who's to blame? Dash fire keeps playing the game. In the night the battle's fought. Dark side Phil's plans will rot. Words cut deeper than a shot. Dash fire's too hot. Feedback loop of endless rage. Phil's stuck inside his cage. Dash fire writes another page. Detractor rocks the stage. Dash fire's flames can't be tamed. Phil's excuses are all the same. Tears fall, but who's to blame? Dash fire keeps playing the game. In the back room cries echo loud. He's a king without a crown. Phil's fortress is burning down. Detractor wins without a sound. Dash fire's flames can't be tamed. Phil's excuses are all the same. Tears fall, but who's to blame? Dash fire keeps playing the game. In the night the battle's fought. Dark side Phil's plans will rot. Words cut deeper than a shot. Dash fire's too hot. Feedback loop of endless waves. Phil's not Phil's plans will rot. Words cut deeper than a shot. Dash fire's too hot. Feedback loop of endless rage. Phil's stuck inside his cage. Dash fire writes another page. Detractor rocks the stage. Dash fire's endless rage. Phil's stuck inside his cage. Dash fire writes another page. Detractor rocks the stage. Dash fire flames can't be tamed. Phil's excuses are all the same. Tears fall, but who's to blame? Dash fire keeps playing the game. The game. And the game. The game. The algorithms are rigged, but truth is hard to bit a pill, a consequence unfake. He built his throne on lies, uncurated, kept the scams out. Dash fire's burning bright, exposing all the shams. Crash out, king, your reign is done. The empire's crumbling down. Dash fires lit the match, the fire spreading through the town. No more paid bodies, no more crocodile tears. The reckoning is here, filled by all these wasted years. Crash out, king, your pockets bleed. colors have grown.
I'm all fucked up from a year of pain. I'm ready for the worst. I really hope our brief and fun association didn't hurt. I was branded as a living joke, lol cow and a meme. Whenever something good happens, it's usually taken away from me. From me. From me. From me. From me. It's weird how my life works. When I try to win, I lose. To think that you are snaking me, I'm completely confused. If you want me to fuck off, it's all good. Just let me know. I was a big YouTuber and I had money to blow. It's incredibly hard for me to trust anyone with my history. It's back to the old Phil, who I actually hate to be. Unless I tell the truth and ruin the whole thing. I got fucking snaked by a lot of people over the years. The world is full of big mouth pussies who only talk then disappear. The worst thing you can do with me is to be dishonest. People will ask why the hell I did this. There's no reason to object. It's incredibly hard for me to trust anyone with my history. It's back to the old Phil, who I actually hate to be. Unless I tell the truth and ruin the whole thing.
What is going on, guys? We are back. We are back. And man, oh man, we are doing for the very first time ever. That is right. The weekend review, but not a video. We're doing a live stream for the very first time ever as well. The weekend review being on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch at the same time. So that way, everybody can get on this. Everybody can interact. It's going to be a fun time. What's going on, Cyber? What's going on, Dark Wind? Big Kev, we got Aloof, we got Medusa, we got Gary. What's going on, my friends? And yes, today we are going to talk about DSP threatening his viewers, people reporting DSP, and YouTube actually responded. Now, I'm not saying something's gonna happen, but you never know. With the way that they've done with other creators, we will talk about DSP celebrating RawPhil getting banned, but of course, he has nothing to do with it. Directly, that is. His money temporarily is high, but then it takes a nosedive. Yeah, Big Kev, support the fucking stream! DSP Gaming, the channel where Phil is king, as well as the jester, that is true. I hope everyone's doing well. Hopefully everyone's having a good morning or night, depending on where you are in the world. And you know what? Let's just get right into this. Let's have some fun with this, because we are going to now start off here. If this wants to work. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, for some reason it's not working. Oh, this is disaster already. So how is everyone doing? The week reviewed the summer's biggest blockbuster movie based on the stream. That is right. Okay, let me try one thing. Oh, I know what's wrong with it. I'm just an idiot. Never mind. Just 1 second. Okay, here we go. There we go. So how is everyone doing? How's everyone's day so far? Hopefully everyone's having a good time. So let's see here. This should work. It was just working. I just did it for the let me see something here. Oh, Twitter, you son of a bitch. There we go. Elon, why? Why do you gotta be like this, Elon, you son of a bitch? Of course, we are talking about the week in review. And let's just move this around because Elon wants to be a little bitch and ruin things for me. There we go. What's going on, H-Bomb? How you doing? Just working while listening in. Good week for us. Bad week for Piggy. That is true. Oh, cool. People are using the DSP Alien and Bad Moments Reacts logo on Kick. I am so proud of myself that DSP/Alien is like the greatest thing I've ever done so far on Kick. Yeah, so we start off today. You guys should be able to see this. Yes. Okay. So, if you want to see what led up to RawPhil getting struck down and terminated on YouTube, if you want to see him get taken down on Kick, at least his stream, my previous stream went over that. So, this is after he got terminated. We have this right here. People started adding comments to like, ducks go quack, bro. The can of worms you just opened. Queen, copyright strikes, you commence. And we have. Then DSP got told that RawPhil is still on Twitch. And what does DSP say about that? We'll see what happens. Now, Phil, you have nothing to do with this. You have no idea what happened to RawPhil. But now you're saying, we'll see what happens. Funny how that works. And then we have Flatman B in the chat. Absolutely making fun of the trolls. Saying, suffer trolls, lol. Oh man, what a W. This is so funny to me. This is even real. Flathead. Then he laughs. And he says, you have no power here, sorcerer. Remember, this is the same guy that said he got doxxed. And he was leaving the internet. So much for that. Yeah, the Omega level dent. And then JG Anano puts this out. If you guess between 76 to 150 people being dispatched to ban world during the day stream, you were correct. TBH, I'm a little surprised by the total, as I thought it would be more. Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. There will be more. And of course, one of the people that's going to defend DSP is the guy who wants to have his way with DSP. That is right. We have RTU defended DSP against RawPhil. And RTU is now going to blame the DSP detractors for striking RawPhil, saying that they're going to eat themselves. And of course, RTU always likes to go around and say how I don't flag people except for when I flag them. And then even goes on to flag people that criticize him and also his restreamers.
Listen, man. Yeah, I heard about RawPhil. Here is the thing. I never went near RawPhil. I don't fucking care. All right. RawPhil existed, not my problem. But the reality of it is that yes, what he was doing was flat out against TOS. And if Phil ever wanted to pull the trigger, I'm sure even me saying that will get me ire, but it's just a fact. You know, with RawPhil, there's so many snakes in the grass in that community. I would not shock me if one of them that they thought was in their camp flagged it down to in turn point the finger at Phil. Because we know how they are. They are the most flag happy people on the planet. And they love accusing everyone else of flagging. So it wouldn't shock me though. You know what I mean? I do not trust them.
Now also keep in mind, this is the same guy who tried so bad to be in the DSP detractor community. Even at one point said he was more relevant than anyone else and said he was more knowledgeable about DSP and said he was second in line to Tevin. Wow, 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 Rich. Wow, wow, wow. And DSP kept saying, I had nothing to do with RawPhil being struck down, terminated. I had nothing to do with his stream being taken down on Kick. Now, Broside Phil points something out from the Side Scrollers interview. A quote from DSP. Well, actually, this is not the Side Scroll. This is the rematch with Craig. It's still an answer. It doesn't matter if it's honesty or not. It's still an answer. So DSP, the, honest guy in the room says, I didn't do it. Not by choice. Not directly. But again, he says, it doesn't matter if I lie or not. It's still an answer. Flatman can't help but brag and feel like he's helped in this canceling. Phil is guilty of dry snitching by proxy. That is true. And now this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. We have Lawside Phil come out. And he's now going to say, restreaming is breaking the law. But there's a twist now. That is right. Anyone, according to Phil, that watches a restreamer is breaking the law. That is right. Just by watching the restream, it's illegal and breaking the law. I really hope he wins a lottery and goes to sue people and loses in court like the mega dented head loser scumbag alien that he is.
No, I'm not streaming on Twitch. I'm only streaming on my YouTube channel, DSP Gaming, and on my Kick channel, DSP Gaming Real. Anyone watching this content anywhere else is breaking the law because it is an illegal restream. Not allowed on any website. It's against everyone's terms of service to illegally restream someone. So if you're seeing this on Rumble or Kick, or you're seeing it on a channel other than DSP Gaming or DSP Gaming Real, it is in violation of the law. You are breaking the law by doing it, and you're breaking the law by watching it. And it should be reported for breaking of the law, but I'm not paying any attention. I'm streaming my content here. I'm not doing anything about it because I have to make content myself. I'm sure there's tons of people restreaming me right now, but I'm not going to have any control over it.
That is right. If you watch RawPhil, Ghost of RawPhil, any of the restreamers, you're going to jail, dude. It's over. It's illegal. You broke the law, dude. And then he was dancing on the grave of RawPhil. He put this in his description. DSP Gaming Real. Welcome to hashtag RawPhil. DSP continues his journey to be a pirate. And of course, He's all about that booty, the male booty, because he wants that, especially on the poop deck. It's not against the law, it's against TOS moron, that is true. He thinks everything is breaking the law, dude. And if you thought he was joking about the RawPhil, he's now gonna dance again on the grave of RawPhil. And he's gonna joke about how he should change the name of his kick chat to RawPhil.
Yak Almighty says you should call Kick Chat DSP Uncensored. Wait a minute. I know what we could call it. We could call it DSP Raw. We could call it RawPhil. Why not? I mean, it's me and it's raw, unedited chat. We should call it RawPhil. That sounds good. That's a good idea. I like that idea a lot. I wonder how I came up with that name. Wow. Amazing. Yako Mike.
Also, I want to point out, I love that Fun Crusher put on this. When he begs Jaha for mercy, DSP only wears Depend. And look at this, guys. Look at this. He got rid of RawPhil. He should have all the viewers, because sometimes RawPhil has like 2,000-3,000 people. He has, ironically, 220 people watching, at least right now. What you're going to see later on in the week is he's going to get viewbot, and he's going to claim it's not him, it's just someone making him look bad, and they're trying to pretend and get him in trouble, and blah, blah, blah. You've heard that before. And now this, remember this. So this is before RawPhil got terminated, and this is a very interesting segment here, because this is the timeline. He says this right here in the clip, that he wants people to come to Kick Chat, basically the detractors, and say whatever they want except for racism, sexual stuff, doxing, and you can go all out. However, it changes because right after that, RawPhil gets terminated, and he thinks all these people are going to come to his chat, which is really funny too, because later on you're going to see that the person that told him about King Ferbs actually unbanning people got banned, and we'll get to that. But now, let's hear Phil, before RawPhil got terminated, say, you can come here and troll all you want, because I'm making money off of you, and it's allowed here.
And on Kick, I've noticed already I got more viewers. So here's what I'm going to do. I understand I'm going to get a lot more of the toxic viewers. Do you understand? And there's nothing I can really do about that. Here's how we're going to handle it. If you're an actual fan of my content, if you like me, if you want to be positive and talk about the games and hang out, if you want that chill vibe and a more moderated chat experience, join me on the YouTube side on DSP Gaming, okay? If you want to troll, if you want to be a jerk, if you want to razz me, if you want to be an idiot, go to the Kick Chat. That's actually how we're going to handle it. We're going to separate it just like that, and I'm going to let the Kick Chat fly. I'm going to let it get spammed. I'm going to, However, you have to understand, okay? There has to be some limits. I can't just let anyone say anything, because then I could get in trouble for it. So there can't be any blatant racism, all right? No N-words. There can't be any kind of disgusting sexual stuff. You can't be saying awful, gross stuff there. You can't be doxing people. It's the basic stuff that's just not allowed in any chat anywhere. We can't have that on the Kick side, okay? You can talk shit about me all day. I don't really care. But you can't do the forbidden things that are going to get you banned from the chat. You understand? Like, you should look at how crazy it is right now. I'm just going to let it roll. But that's really all that we're going to moderate is the absolute necessary stuff and nothing else. Okay? So, there you go. And on...
Now, remember, he just said that. So, after RawPhil got terminated, we have this here, Broside Phil. In my most recent video, I stated I was ready to bet that Phil's new rules wouldn't last 48 hours on Kick. I was wrong. They didn't last 18 hours. The rules were that you could troll if you weren't racist, sexist, and you couldn't make fun of Cat or dox Phil. And let's take a look at some of these. Very Epic Man just has the emote here. We have Sphincter Exploder. I enjoyed last night's chill gaming collectible review stream. You have so many collectibles. Surely that means you didn't mark no under collectibles in your bankruptcy forms, right? Ban, ban, ban. at DSP Gaming Real. Why did you lie on your bankruptcy forms? The IRS is coming for you. Snorty McSnorts a lot. We have PS4 menu music. If you know, you know. Oh, the camera's on. You really, that all the raw viewers would flock over here and shower you with money, and then a laughing emoji. But then we have down here all these. So can you look at that UI? It's so much worse. Yeah, dude's ego gets filtered so fucking easily. It's like his brain is paper mache. And damn, look at Suffer DSP, dipshit failure. And then the day after, he said, guys, come in here. RawPhil's gone. Give me your money. Give me your views. He says, DSP is telling people to leave if they're going to hate watch on his channel. The whole concept you had for Kick was to try and steal back viewers from RawPhil and make money off hate watching. That is right. If his ego gets kicked, punched, thrown to the ground, something he doesn't like, ban, gone forever. But remember, guys, he put this out there, telling people, you can troll me all you want. Of course, this is Phil we're talking about, and he is the cult leader after all. And then the view botted started. We got 2.1k people watching Phil. Now, my opinion on this, he's not directly doing it. It's probably OIC, ICS, some whale. And what they're doing is they're trying to prove that after RawPhil got terminated, that DSP gets this big influx of viewers. And even DSP is like, no, that's not real. And it's so on par for DSP's stance to try and make him look better than he actually is. And at one point, he got up to like 3, 4, I think 5,000 people watching, quote unquote watching, because it's the bots. And then this is him talking about RawPhil and gloats how his viewer count and engagement is up. And of course, DSP will never admit he did it. But let's just be honest. Just like that meme about the guy that says, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens. Phil screwed Phil.
So, number one, let's just talk about the view botting that's been going on this channel that I'm not doing because my detractors are basically trying to make me look bad, okay? So here's what's happened in the last week, okay? A week ago, my biggest restreamer on YouTube got banned from YouTube for illegally restreaming me, outright violating YouTube's terms of service. YouTube identified it and deleted the channel. The channel's not coming back, okay? So because of that, a lot of those viewers that used to always view this person illegally stealing my content realized he wasn't really me. Because the truth is, a lot of people did think that that was me. And when they were searching on YouTube, they would find this channel inadvertently thinking that's DSP, and they would watch my content through that channel, but that channel would absorb the views, the ad revenue, memberships, super chats, all on the guise of impersonating me, okay? Which is illegal. You can't do it. I mean, even Keemstar himself did a show on me and then wanted to basically pay me for it, and then he hosted his stream instead of mine, and the guy made like thousands of dollars from the Keemstar viewers or the Lolcow viewers. They dumped money on the guy because he steals my content, okay? So it was never going to fly. It was just a matter of time, and finally someone recognized it and shut the asshole down, okay? So since that's happened, basically what happened is this. The case has always been that those viewers that watch me on the illegal restreamer would never actually watch my content on my channel. They're only there because it's illegally restreamed, okay? Therefore, if the illegal restreamer got shut down, I would never benefit from it, okay? So that was the argument. Despite the fact that I've had numerous people come into my chat and say, oh, I didn't realize this is the real stream. I was watching over there. I actually donated over there. This has happened a bunch of times over the years, okay? Even the Keemstar thing. There's your prime example, okay? So immediately when this guy got shut down, I started noticing for a day, day and a half, my views were up. I went from having an average stream of around 200 to 250 viewers up to 300, 400 viewers. Immediately, I had like a third to half, or I'd say 33% to 50% more viewers on my stream. Because naturally, people looking for DSP, my stream comes up now. Instead of the thief, they come to me. In fact, I even noticed that on Kick, I had an increase. Why? Because apparently the guy also got told by Kick, you can't illegally restream. This is against the terms of service. So he had to stop restreaming me there too. Therefore, the Kick viewers also came over to my official channel on Kick. And I went from on average around 100, 110 viewers up to like 150, 180 viewers. So I'm getting tons of extra viewers. And just for the record, yes, this accounts for extra income and extra relevance for the channel. It means the channel will now get suggested out more to more people because it's getting more engagement. You see, this all directly helps me. So all these years that I've been saying this guy stealing my content is hurting me, and all the detractors said, oh no, that's a lie, was incorrect. I was always right. They were always wrong. The guy was always breaking the law. He never had the right to do what he did, and he was directly hurting my business. Okay? So, here's what's been happening in the last week. First of all, that guy apparently is still doing this, only he's doing it over on Twitch. To be honest with you, I don't give a shit. I don't stream on Twitch. So he can sit over there in Liberalville as much as he wants with all the weirdos and wackos over there and lie and say that he's me. Twitch doesn't like me. They're likely never would, even if I were to actually reach out to them and be like, hey, this guy's still in, they probably wouldn't even listen to me because they don't like me at all. That's why they departnered me and everything. So fuck them. I don't give a shit. At least I'm not streaming on Twitch, right? So no one's going to go to Twitch searching for RawPhil because I don't stream on Twitch. All right? If they come to YouTube and they're searching for me and they find this other guy, that's a problem. Because now they think it's me and this guy gets the views and attention. That's not right, and that hurts my business. It's not really hurting my business to do it on Twitch that much because I don't stream on Twitch. So you see what I'm saying? Obviously, he should not be able to do it on Twitch. He should be shut down immediately. It's against Twitch's terms of service. It's against the law. He should be immediately have his channel suspended and shut down on Twitch this moment. But sadly, the world isn't perfect, right? So, lesser of two evils, absolutely. Lesser of two evils here is that he's over there, right? But here's what happened. Within 2 days of this guy being shut down on YouTube, my views were way up. And I had been proven right from everything I had said all along about how this guy was hurting my business. Well, the detractors don't like that, right? They don't want to see that what I said was true. They don't want to admit that I was right all along because that means that they were wrong all along. So some asshole has been coming by every day view-botting my YouTube channel, okay? This happens all the time for the record. Many times a year someone does this. I don't know why they do it because it literally affects nothing. Okay, for the record, now from my experience, I can tell you, if someone view bots you on YouTube, you don't get those views. The YouTube system is very good at figuring out, you know, view botting and how it works. And therefore, even though you'll see an inflated number of views on the stream, they don't count towards the stream.
Now, Phil, this is something that Phil doesn't understand is every time you do something new or drama happens, the first couple of days, you're going to have a spike in views. People are going to say, what's going on? What's his response? But after that, it dies out more and more and more. As you're going to see later on in this stream. I almost said video there. I'm not used to doing the stream. But the other thing, too, is that the whole appeal of RawPhil was that it's people who don't like you, don't want to support you, don't want to give you any views. So they go to RawPhil to watch you be a Karen, watch you crash out. And the chat, the environment is such a loving place. People are getting along, they're joking together, they can say whatever they want. And since RawPhil got terminated, they're not going to go to your YouTube or Kick chat because it's North Korea, where one thing out of line that you don't agree with, even if it's factually based, ban, 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 gone forever. And then we have this here. So, KJS, how is it that one of your content creators / partners is able to threaten to slap the shit out of you? We'll get to this clip in a bit. On stream right now, you fucking idiot, and not be held accountable for the actions. And then we have Team YouTube. We really appreciate you bringing this to our attention. Mind reporting the video / channel in the official reporting tool if you haven't yet. This page has more info how to do that. Of course, that's the usual bot response. And then we have this one here. Somebody got YouTube's attention on Twitter about DSP. So we have the geek here. He talks about DSP telling people to off themselves. Oh, almost threw up thinking about DSP. So the geek says, here's DSP telling people to off themselves. And Narcside Phil, hey, can you explain why your social media team on the YouTube account has been ignoring for days every single report/tweet regarding YouTube partner DSP, aka DSP Gaming, telling those viewers to kill themselves and that will literally physically harm them? Team YouTube, thanks for flagging. We'll pass this feedback to relevant teams and take it from here. But then we have this one here. So we have, are we being serious, YouTube? This is from PWOP. We have, thank you for your report. Unfortunately, there's no way to review your report. Please go to channel, use dysfunctional report button, and brigade with others to mass report. Then we'll review the report. DM me. So this is his thing here. Tell them to get together. So it's better to have this mass reported with your friends, family, or other subscribers to see the creators live for content. But there's an update to this. So we have this here. Update. I've made contact with a few folks from YouTube/Google about the issue. They've expressed concern and are working with me on the moderation of a partner creator and escalating this to a proper team for review. Thank you for anyone who's brought this to their attention. So that means basically he's got past the bot, so he's actually talking to real human beings. So it'll be interesting if a real human being or human beings actually look at his channel, see what he's doing, see what he's saying, begging like crazy, being toxic to people if something happens from this. And if anything happens from this, I will definitely give you an update on this. And guys, you're never going to believe hypocrite side Phil. Despite him saying every detractor thing about him is out of context. It's a lie, it's slander, it's liable. He doesn't even know the difference between any of those, by the way. He's actually said that on stream. He's now buddy-buddy with LTG detractors. And he says about anyone else's detractors, whether it be Keemstars, LTG, Wings Redemption, everything about them is 100% true. It's funny, he laughs at them, he takes it as 100% truthful. Because against him, no dude, it's not. And now he's gonna buddy up to Red Dale.
King of Rogs, how are you, man? King of Rogs, good to see you tonight. Let me tell you, it's been rough. So here's the thing, all right? LTG, if you guys didn't hear, has been hitting his detractors with false copyright strikes. Non-stop. Okay? It's pretty bad. If you notice, I don't do anything with copyright strikes whatsoever. I have the right to if I wanted to. I don't. All right? He's been hitting everyone up, down, left, and right with copyright strikes. So I actually feel bad because King of Rogs is someone who I used to, when I was watching these LTG videos, I would watch his videos because I think that he did funny stuff with them. Actually, he would commentate over what Dale was doing, okay? And it was funny because his commentary added to it. He would actually criticize his gameplay and his fighting game stuff. But now, Dale has a hard-on for King of Rocks and keeps hitting him with copyright strikes. So his channel's all screwed up. Like, he uploads and no one can see his videos. So because of that, his videos aren't getting the views he used to get. Sucks. So that is nonsense, in my opinion. There's a difference between, oh, so basically, I don't like you're my detractor, and you're legit doing something that breaks the law, so I'm actually going to come after you for it, or I'm going to literally just hit you with false strikes that I know are false, and I'm not going to sue you for, but I know that it messes with your channel, so I'm just going to keep doing it. I don't agree with that whatsoever, okay? I don't. So that really sucks, but that's the problem with YouTube's system. It's busted.
Now, it's funny that he says, oh, I never do that, but in the past, he showed off on stream his strike history, and there was I think it was Raw DSP before RawPhil, where he said, oh yeah, I struck them. Then he also said in the past he struck RawPhil, and there was another one. Even though this person is very subjective and a very bad person, he also struck Super Crazy, a transformative commentary video. And he said, I did it so he would learn his lesson. Now remember, he doesn't flag anyone, dude. And anyone else that does it, wow, they're a bad person, dude. And now we get to the gameplay section. And man, oh man, Assassin's Creed is kicking his ass. Despite this game being made easier than the original, DSP mashes all the time. Doesn't matter what game it is. And this time, he's mashing the parkour, and of course, we get a return to stealth side Phil, which goes exactly how you think.
I did. What the hell? I'm just trying to climb straight up, and the parkour controls are so loose, he kills himself. Do you see how bad that is? And the original game wasn't like that. This is exactly what I was afraid was going to happen. They made the parkour too loose. So now he'll just freeform jump anywhere like an idiot. That made absolutely no sense. Why would it do that? I'll do this again. This is exactly what I was afraid of when I saw that they changed the parkour controls. Look at this. Look at this. See what I mean? They made it too loose because it's so loose you actually have to... He did it again! Well, dude, I'm never going to be able to climb a mast in a game because the controls are awful because they made them too fucking loose. The fact that he jumps off wildly like an idiot makes no fucking sense at all. Go up. What just happened? Are you kidding? I did. What the heck?
Oh, very good, sir. Splendid idea. Fly. The lot of them. Follow. What's wrong with this?
Man, oh man, doesn't stop there either. So now he played Pal World, and of course, is a creative character, and you can see how delusional DSP is because he's going to make what he thinks is himself in this game, and of course, he is wasting away like a person from HIV or AIDS, but he thinks he's muscular, he's buff, he's got a six-pack, and the thing is, to a delusional person, this is the reality. They don't understand that they're sick in the head. They don't understand they're delusional. Because if they did understand, they wouldn't be sick. And DSP is a very sick person. A sick bastard.
Skin color. I have to be nice and pasty. Perfect. Torso size, you can be chunky. See, I'm not chunky anymore. I'm skinny now. In real life, I'm pretty darn skinny. I don't have the six-pack like him, though. Hopefully one day I'll have it that defined. Mine is getting good definition, though. But it's not like that. That's pretty chiseled. I would say I'm about there, maybe. Probably like that. That's probably realistic. Okay. Arm size. Honestly, my arms are pretty much almost the same size as his. Those are too big. Yeah. Like, that's good. Okay. Leg size. Is this doing anything? I guess it is. Making that... Yeah, my legs aren't super huge or anything. We'll go with that. Face. How about some... I don't want that stupid scar.
And then we have, of course, another game he is failing in is Dark Souls 2. You can tell, without a guide, without a build, without people telling him what to do, he is dying. And the thing that is saving this as something to watch is the invaders. And now, DSP, he is so bad at this, he's going to lose a 2v1 against Invader in Dark Souls 2.
Why you no pancake? What? How is that a backstab? Are they insane? Dude, the backstab didn't work. This is terrible garbage. Look how bad this shit is. Dude, I hate it. It plays like garbage. I had a backstab. It showed the backstab animation, and it didn't work. This is fucking stupid, man. I hate this invasion shit. It is so bad.
It's amazing how every game, when it gets challenging, he can't solve it, he doesn't know what to do, all of a sudden it's a bad game. It's amazing how every single game is like that. And then he goes on a whole stream of pricing out his gaming collection. And he says he's pricing out his gaming collection for you. And this is an interesting thing. First off, bankruptcy fraud, because he put on his bankruptcy forms, he didn't have any collectibles, he didn't have anything to sell, but he does a whole stream here showing people all his valuable collectibles. And unfortunately, the statute of limitation expires, so he can't be tried for a bankruptcy fraud. The other thing too is he's begging for money like crazy while showing you like $500 games that he has. Make that make sense. And then right here, you'll see collectibles of value, antiques and figures, paintings, prints, or other works, books, pictures, or any art objects, stamps, coin, or baseball card collections, other collections, memorabilia, collectibles, DSP, no. And then sports and hobbies, no. Fire art, oh, I didn't realize this. Does Cat have a firearm? But I guess that would be under Phil, so no. Clothes, yes. Now let's hear from
We had a
DSP
great
here.
time. We had a great time.
So this is him talking about his collectibles here.
We had a great time. We talked about a lot of different topics. We chilled. We got a ton done. We found out that a ton of the games that I have in my collection are very valuable. There's multiple games sitting in there that are between $300 to $500, which blew me away. Like, I can't believe they're that valuable. They are. It's that crazy. We didn't even get done. We had a great.
And there you go. A liar lied about lying. Look at these games. Maximum Carnage, Super Mario World. You got Gladiators on there. And he had, I want to say, like, NES, Super NES, Neo Geo. He had Sega CD, N64, PS1 games, PS2 games, PS3 games. He had basically every console games on there. And he also said, too, this is very interesting. He said he bought all this before he started blowing up as a YouTuber. So when he started YouTube at the start, he went around the flea markets and started buying games. So when he was begging for money to save the house, to get taxes, when he was begging people to pay his bills, begging people saying, I don't have any food, I'm going to starve, I'll have to eat lunch meat sandwiches if you don't give me money. He had all these collectibles that he could have sold and solved his money problems. But the one thing that's bigger than all that is it's WWE Champions time. Yes, I love it. Yeah, look at that arm. Yeah, he doesn't have a single one of those consoles, but he has hundreds of games that we know about. We don't know if he has that. I believe he still has a Wii, PS3, Wii U. I think he has an NES too. Now he's stealing the story of Pat the NES punk. It wouldn't surprise me. He stole the story of his dad going to Pete Subs. And then we have Tommy Vercetti, who is the former Sky Jogger. He admitted that in chat. And you can see the emotions that go through him. So this is during the stream that he appraised his games. And I use appraise loosely because he just looked up online. Tommy Vercetti. First in chat, I really hope he plays some of these games and not just looking up the prices all night. That's kind of lame. Or at least talk about the games. This is actually interesting to me. Please, let's talk about or play the games, not just price them. Get fucked, Dent. This is what you pay for. Get fucked. And then we have Otter, who points up the note. Correct me if I'm wrong here. DSP said last night he bought PS1 games 10 years ago. Actually, he said like 15 years ago. And has never played them. So that means, while he was struggling for money and begging for you to save him, he was spending money on gacha and retro stuff he never used. That is right. So when he's saying, guys, I'm going to lose my house, he was still buying games and gacha stuff. And look at this, guys. Look at this. Black Flag resynced. Fun and hijinks. Damn, look at all the fun that DSP's having. Look at that face. Look at that face. That face right there is a face of a man who loves his wife, loves his life, loves his job. Damn, how can anyone be jealous of that, dude? And now someone suggested a way to improve DSP's chat. And it's something that people have been asking for a very long time, but he refuses to do it because he doesn't want to see people like Jade's messages on the screen and people realize how mentally retarded his audience actually is. And that, my friends, is the chat. He doesn't want the chat on screen at all.
Someone says a lot of people used to watch the restreamer because they have both chats on screen. It gives a fuller picture of your stream and what's going on with both sides of things. Please consider doing that. No, I don't want to have the chats on screen. It takes away from the content. It attracts people acting like fools in the chat. You can watch the right now, after the stream is done, you can watch the archive on Kick and it has the chat with it. You can watch the archive on YouTube. There's no reason to have that on screen unless you're basically a troll, and I don't make troll content for trolls. So you're like, oh, well, he had it on the screen. Yeah, that's because he's a toxic jerk. Because he wanted to show people showing off and trying to compete to say the most messed up comment, which is exactly why I also moderate my shit so people can't do that in the video comments. You understand? I'm not creating troll content. Here's the thing. They want to talk shit right now in the Kick chat. Go for it. I'm not really going to do much about it. Just don't dox and don't do fucked up stuff. But no, I'm not going to put 10 fucking chats on my screen. Now you can't even see the content. What's the point of that unless you're an asshole? You figured out the answer, didn't you? There you go. Okay. Someone says a lot of...
I love how he says that, but you can see two chats right here, and you can still see the screen right here. And we have DC. I don't make troll content for trolls. DSP as well. Please, all people who went to RawPhil, come to my channel. Please. Bro, at least test the GameCube games I bought from Amazon and Retro Games. Yeah. DSP just says, oh, I have this game. I'm not going to test it or anything. I'm just going to sell it. Doesn't care if it works or not, because, you know, that's another scam for him. Then he will say 17 chats, yeah. 19 chats, by the way, 10. Hey, what's going on, BR Mets? How you doing, my friend? Now, this is one of the saddest things I've ever seen. Now, in the past, remember, he kept saying, my friends messaged me and said, oh, why are you trending? Or, I was talking to my friends from Street Fighter. Or, I was hanging out with my friends, or I was talking to my friends, or blah, blah, blah. He always talks about how he has friends. But now he's saying he doesn't need friends outside of his wife. And he makes this weird analogy where he talks about how his wife is like a Subway sandwich. I am not shitting you. He actually said that.
Okay? But, like, this is what I'm telling you. Like, I made this life choice many years ago. I said, oh, I want to be with this person forever. Okay? It's not just a legal contract. It's an emotional thing. It's everything. I want to be with her forever. I want to spend as much time with her as possible. I don't really care to now say, oh, I made a mistake. I want to go spend time with other people. No, I'm happy now. Right? Here, let me make an analogy. Ready? Let's make an analogy. All right? So let's say you sit down at a table and someone puts down an amazing gourmet Subway sandwich. Not Subway. Okay, I said the wrong thing. A gourmet submarine sandwich. And it's got everything you've ever wanted, right? That you ever wanted. You say, oh, man, this is going to be my best meal ever. And you go for the meal. You commit to it. You're eating it. You're loving it, right? But then on the other side of the table, someone puts down a pizza, right? Well, that pizza could be good, but you've already got the ideal in front of you. You've already got the best sandwich possible. Why would you say, oh, well, now I'm going to leave the sandwich and go have the pizza? You're eating the best sandwich ever. You already got there. You're already happy. You're already good, right? Be happy with what you have. You don't always have to be seeking more. I already won the lottery, get it? Like, I already met the love of my life. I'm happy. I have no desire to now go make 10 more, 20 more, 40 more, 100 more friends. I'm happily married. But again, a lot of people would not understand that. They really wouldn't get that. They'd be like, oh, I'm confused. Don't you want more friends? Don't you want to do this? Don't you want to do that? No, I'm already exhausted with how much I'm doing. Okay?
Now, the whole thing is, too, Phil, your food analogies 99.99% of the time don't work. First off, you don't eat a Subway sandwich every single day of your life. You know, sometimes you'll have pizza, sometimes you'll have Subway, so that already fails there. And my reaction to this is that I think he just gets too tempted. He can't have friends. I think DSP in 2009, when he started 2009, 2010, if he had other female friends around, he would probably try to fuck them. He would never get to fuck them, but he would try to. DSP in 2026 can't have any guy friends around because he'd probably try to fuck them. He wouldn't be able to, but he would still try to fuck all the dudes. And then the man who controls his destiny, the man who makes his own schedule, is now going to tell you that his life is in disarray and he can't plan or do anything, and basically making it out that he's a slave to his work, even though he makes a schedule for himself and can change it at any time.
Any trips planned? No. we've had a crazy year, my wife and I. Basically, there's a lot going on. Well, but you know, some of the stuff you guys know about, some of this you definitely don't know about. But it's just been a very busy, complicated year for us. A lot of good stuff, though. I want to make this clear. It's not like, oh, well, that's because bad stuff was going on. No, not at all. But we do want to do stuff. It's just, it's almost impossible to plan. Like, for example, you know, right now our schedule's all thrown off for several weeks, where normally we'd have Saturdays off, and then we could plan around that. And now we have Wednesdays off, and that throws everything into disarray. You know, we even forgot, like, this coming week, we have our Wednesday off coming up. We have more appointments we have to go to. But we forgot that I also need to go grocery shopping and stuff that same day. So last night, my wife and I were scrambling, planning, all right, how are we going to do this? Because we need to be able to do this and this, but then we got to shop in between, and we got to do this. It's just been very busy, all right? Would we like to do stuff? Yeah, we actually have a few plans of different things we'd like to do. Maybe even some of the stuff, as we've talked about, where I could use this selfie stick and have a phone and film, and I could use the Rode mic, so we could do, like, some special videos and stuff, but it hasn't come together yet. Maybe later this year. We'll have to see. Just very, very busy. Okay? But again, it's not bad or anything. You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, no, horrible things are happening. So no worries there. Okay?
This guy won't shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Okay.
And then, speaking of alternative lives, we have PandaLee. And look how happy she is. Look at that big smile on her face. She's got her hot young dude here. And then this picture right here is the cartoon version of it. Look at that jawline. Look at that jawline. Phil could never compete with that. However, people are speculating that because of her hand placement right here, I don't know if this is true or not, but it's speculated that PandaLee might be pregnant. What do you guys think? Is she pregnant? 1 in the chat if you think she's pregnant. 2 in the chat if you think she's not pregnant. And then he gave some of his dumb takes, and this is subjective again. DSP says Little Nicky, Adam Sandler movie, is a horrible movie and not funny. One of Adam Sandler's worst movies. And you would think that he would love the scene with the pineapple and Hitler. Just saying. I see 1-1. She didn't already have a child. No, I don't believe so. Not a fan of PandaLee, but it's nice that she has better life fulfilled. Yeah, I think she is one of the few people that escaped the DSP verse and had a great life. Then goes on to say, Red Dead Redemption 2 is an on-rails, unfun, cinematic game. Oh, Phil. This was in response to him saying he would never replay it. Then we have Healthside Phil come out. DSP said he could do simulated pull-ups, but he's already doing 8 different exercises. Says he will keep doing these exercises until he masters them or gets bored. Now, this is very weird wording here, where DSP says until he masters them, which it's a workout, you can't master it, or it gets bored. Basically, he's saying, I'm going to keep doing this until I don't want to do it again, and then I'm going to quit it. He rage quit. He rage quit fitness, dude. And then we have Revenge of RawPhil. Imagine having to do this because you don't have the strength to pull your chin over a fucking bar. And we see a woman pulling a rope on a doorknob. PandaLee was too hot for him and way over his league, and he knew that's why he always paraded her off so damn much. Yeah, he used her like a trophy. An underage trophy. And then DSP said he started working out last July or August. Now, this is very interesting to me. This is another lie that he was telling. Because I could have sworn he said earlier this year, like March or April, he started working out. But now, it's the previous July or August. And I have to call BS on this. Because if you look at his arms, you look at his legs, you look at his chest, you look at his fat stomach, you look at his face, his jaws. If you were working out for over a year, 6 days a week, like he says, and sometimes an hour at a time, you would have more definition. You would have more muscles, especially with him eating all this protein. Then again, Phil did say on stream, he maxed out protein for his body. That is right. He said he couldn't possibly eat any more protein because he maxed it out. Phil get tired playing a video game, so he's out of shape. Jade is in better... Jade is in better shape. Jesus. Phil called it a workout lifting bins on his closet. Oh yeah, he got tired taking the garbage bag to his garage. He would certainly have more gains than that. Yeah, that is true. And he's even going to get delusional again. So he's going to show off his arms and say how jacked and muscular he is.
Within that year, I've gone from about 195 to 190 pounds down to like 165. That's where I'm at right now. I'm around 165. Okay? And I've built muscle mass. Like my arms, I had no muscles on these arms. Zero. There was no muscle on my arm at all. And this is all come because I've been working out, you know? And all the fat that I had on my thighs, on my ass, on my stomach, you know, all the spare tire, all that, it's all gone. You can even see it in my face that I used to have a ton more fat in my face and most of it has burned off. Just from, again, changing my diet and working out. Within that year.
This guy cannot cook, but he knows everything about nutrition. Oh, don't worry. I got a clip for you for that, Medusa. My dad is more muscular and fit than Phil, and my dad is nearing 60 years old. Well, DSP probably looks older than your dad. And now, he's going to say he has a spare tire, but then minutes later say he doesn't have a spare tire. Here we go. DSP today, DSP tomorrow.
Why is my stomach still flabby? It's not at all. My stomach is not flabby in any way, shape, or form. That's been one of the humongous improvements and changes. Is my core is rock hard. It's got a tiny little bit of fat around it because that's the hardest thing to burn. Is that little, they call it the spare tire. All the fat that I had on my thighs, on my ass, on my stomach, you know, all the spare tire, all that, it's all gone.
And remember when DSP always says his meals are made from scratch. He doesn't buy processed or frozen stuff, even though he showed his freezer off during Smart Guys with PPP and showed all the frozen stuff in there. He says his healthy chicken is frozen chicken strips from the store. So much for making things from scratch. DSP saying how he buys frozen food with stuff already on it and heats it up in the oven as his meals. Remember, this is him bragging about Kat's cooking, but he's basically saying he buys frozen food and she just heats it up in the oven. Damn, what a good cook right there she is. Now, this is really funny. So Agent Proper points this out. Be more righteous. So this is the dent that DSP got told on his day off that King Ferbs was unbanning people on Kick. So this is the snitch. Be more righteous. Apparently, he got banned from Phil's Kick chat. And he says, I think it's because King Ferbs got unbanned somehow. He got him, then me. Now, King Ferbs is back in DSP's Kick chat, which makes me believe this whole thing about unbanning people right before RawPhil got banned is an inside job. And they worked together on it. And of course, Be More Righteous was a snitch, and he was the goat for this. What's it called? He was the scapegoat for this. And then he points this out after getting banned in chat. At DSP Gaming, I honestly don't care. I was actually trying to like you. But then I watched a video of you defending/protecting a pedophile named Derek. I saw that 2 days ago. You're a disgusting person inside and out. Read the Bible and get off the internet, you fucking bum. Now, let me get this straight. You think DSP is a Christian who reads the Bible and goes by the Lord's word. You are more delusional than Jade. And Jade doesn't even have a fully functional brain. Now, this is a big thing that happened this week. So DSP is going to go off on a viewer, and this is going to violate TOS. And Rebsy points this out. This is why we need RawPhil. Without him, we wouldn't see the pre-stream crash out he has with his own fans, included in the chat, which adds context. And this is another thing. This is why DSP doesn't do a long stream and just put it up. He has to cut it up because he cuts out the bagging, cuts out the guilt tripping, and cuts out the crash outs like this against his audience, which breaks TOS.
Cup Radler, you're a fucking retard. I know most of the Pokemon's names except for the ones I've never seen before.
I know most of the Pokemon's names except for the ones I've never seen before.
I also wouldn't know who they were if it was in English. You're just a fucking moron. Shut the fuck up before I slap the shit out of you on the stream right now. Because I will. Fucking idiot. Yeah, how dumb can people be? Why would you get magic cards if you don't know how to play magic? I don't know how to play Pokemon, you fucking idiot. I'm collecting them. I'm unpacking them. You're a moron. God, why are people so fucking dumb? Like, really, can I ask an honest question? Why are you so stupid? How on earth do you function if you're this fucking stupid? Really? Does your mom tie your shoes for you every day? Does your dad wipe your ass when you shit? My mom used to comb my hair like that because all the way until I was like maybe 16, 17 years old, my mom always did my hair like that. So because she always parted the hair there, it actually fucked up my hairline. Do you get fucking spoon fed still by your grandmama? How do you breathe? Are you on a machine right now? I don't get it. How could you be that dumb? Just because I bought this box doesn't mean that this box has to have $1,000 card in it that stays $1,000 forever. I mean, realistically, this card right here, when I pulled it a month and a half ago, or was it almost 2 months ago at this point, was worth $380. Do you want to know how much this is worth now? $260. It already lost $120 of value in a month. These things are not going to be amazing investments that are life-changing. Do you understand that? It's just fun things for the stream. That's it. That's what it's meant to be. Not rocket science, but some people just seem to be thinking that this is some crazy thing. I don't obsess over card prices. What are you talking about? The whole idea is to see if a card is good, right? Does it look good? And we always say that. Even if it's a card that has zero value because it's a common card, we say, wow, that one's nice looking, right? The best card so far in Stellar Miracle is not the hit that we got today. It's the one that was the regular EX card. It looks gorgeous, and we commented on that and looked at it and said, wow, that's nice, right? So what are you talking about? I'm not pulling these cards to grade them for resale. I already said I'm not selling cards. So what are you talking? Again, why are you so stupid? Can I ask you an honest question? Why are you so dumb? Because the things that you say that you act like are criticisms, they're not criticisms because they're your fantasy world that you've created in your fucking brains that don't apply to reality. I'm not selling cards. I'm not trying to make a massive value collection. It's just content for streaming. Okay, goodbye, Zanzibar Nights. Go fuck yourself. You're an idiot. You're a dunce. I don't want you here. You're a fucking moron. Really, you're just so stupid. I can't stand you. You can keep your 100 kicks, your single kicks, your 500 kicks every week. Go fuck yourself. You're dumb. No, here's the truth. People are mad because I'm being successful with this new thing that I'm doing on streams, and they don't like that. The people who are complaining are bitches who just want me to fail no matter what, and I haven't been failing at all for a very long time. So every single win that I get, they can't stand it. Their panties are in a fucking twist. They just can't stand that I'm doing well and they can't cope. So they got to complain about every possible fucking thing on the planet. Just whine and bitch like little babies. Wah, DSP's doing well. Wait, DSP actually listened to his audience who said that they weren't really liking the Japanese cards? Well, he got something they asked for? Oh, wah, now he might be successful again. Wah, no one cares. You're a loser. No one cares on Earth. Probably not even your fucking parents. That's why you're sitting here on my stream hate watching instead of doing something meaningful, because no one cares about you. Go get a life. Seriously, you're just wasting your fucking time. No one gives a shit.
And of course, one of the biggest targets that DSP has is the Kino Casino. And he is mad that PPP outsmarted him, used him, and he's mad that Andy did not give him his shredded body. And now he's going to talk shit on Kino Casino and hit their viewers. But this is very interesting because Phil has acknowledged that the only people left that support him on Kick are the Kino Casino viewers. But now he's going to talk about how they're brain dead. And this is very interesting with Jade over on YouTube listening to all of this.
That's complete nonsense. I don't believe that at all. Someone just said Kino Casino rage quit their Friday show because their viewers are waking up to what I said. That's complete bullshit. Their viewers are so mentally deficient, there's absolutely no way they'd be self-aware and realize that they're doing stupid shit. That's completely false. You will never convince me that that ever happened. Ever. No way. Those people are so easily led Pied Piper-ish people. The moment that they add something new to their stupid background, the moment that he brings out the triangle and he ring-a-dings and says his stupid memes, Those people are hooked. Hook, line, and sinker, man. They are suckers. Suckers.
Now it's funny because he says how they have stuff in their backgrounds to attract people. You mean like you, Phil, with your RGB lights, your Pokemon cards, your collectibles? And then he talked about how the triangle comes out to get people to come in and support him. You mean like the Pokemon boxes, like the Marvel cards? It's almost like you're self-projecting there, Phil. And then we have this from Fence Deleter. At DSP Game and Real, do you use dude wipes after you're done with anal? Well, after the guy fucks him in the ass, he probably has to. Then we have the race scientists. DSP, your thoughts and DSP, thoughts and prayers on your HIV recovery. Now, I like the message, but I hate that you gave him money. Do not troll tip Phil. If you want the ultimate crash out, if you want the ultimate salt, say it in his chat or use it in like moral support message. Giving him money is just putting money in his pocket. Then we have Sneed Cobain, who's an actual supporter on Kick, who says, RawPhil, Rumble, Twitch. And of course, DSP threatened to ban him after saying this, saying, why would you do that? Why would you put that in my chat? Remember, guys, you can say or troll him all you want in the Kick chat. It's cool, dude. He can make money off of you. Then, of course, we have the sock accounts coming in. Tanya Raven, YouTube, owning the troll since 1908. How do you know what that means? What is the significance of 1908? And there's $20 right there. And then another dent. Stock and Tiger points out another grift that DSP's doing. So what DSP's doing now is he will take packs of cards and say, if you only give me 1 or 2 packs of cards per night, I'm not counting it, I'm not opening it, and saying I'm going to carry it over to the next stream because I have to open at least 4 or 5 cards so I have enough to make a video. Remember, guys, the cards are supposed to be supplemental to the content. They're not supposed to be the content. But now he's saying, give me at least 4 or 5 so I can make a video. And remember, too, when this all first started with the cards, he said, I only want to do 1 or 2 per stream. Then, if I do 3 or more, it's going to take over the content. It's funny how fast Phil's addiction just goes out of control. And we have Stock and Tiger. Yesterday during Power World, you were at $441 when you ended playing Power World. But then you made $471 total, but did not add a pack to the pack total. You kept the total at 15, should have been 16. And that's the other thing is, he's also telling people, oh, you didn't give me enough money, so I'm not adding another one to the total. He also made a video opening 1 pack right after saying he doesn't open just 1 pack. That is exactly right. Since he stole life stories from South Park, he should, yeah. Phil does know the triangle thing PPP does is a South Park reference, right? Well, Phil is retarded, remember. Well, I guess that makes sense with the triangle, Mr. Garrison. Retard alert, retard alert. And DSP is having problems with his computer. And he said his PC yelled at him that he has outdated drivers and to update them. Remember, too, I just want to point something out. If anyone is new to DSP or the DSP verse or anything, up until 2023, I believe, his PC was on Windows 8. He refused to update, and he wonders why his computer has all these problems. It freezes, it crashes, it has driver issues, when he never updates everything. I wonder why, Phil. I wonder why. Now, we were talking earlier about PandaLee. Now, the whole concept with PandaLee was that people believed PandaLee was better than Phil in the relationship. So they were confused why DSP would get rid of her and break up with her. And DSP says, well, you hated her. You hated her in the content. And to DSP, content and a relationship are the same thing. He doesn't realize that people hated her in the content because she was annoying and frustrating, but they also believe she was out of DSP's league and that he fucked up by breaking up with her. And he doesn't understand the difference.
Someone tipped me $1 and said, their name is Steve Jones, and they said, I like how some people like to complain you're not old DSP anymore when for over a decade they made hate videos and spoiled every one of your opportunities and made you go PG. Now they complain that DSP isn't edgy. You can't have it both ways. No, there is no point. They don't have my best interests in mind. They're not giving me constructive criticism. They just want to say everything I do is bad. It doesn't matter if I'm doing good content or not. They don't care. They think they want to say it's bad because that's their shtick, because that gives them content to make about me to just say I'm bad. So if I kept being the old edgy guy, that would have been bad, and they would have complained, and they would have tried to get me in trouble for it. Now I change. Okay, I'm more PG now. I'm more mature. We'll do a good variety of content. I'll listen to feedback. No, that's bad. You should be old edgy Phil. He was better. What are you talking about? I'm going to give you the perfect example of this. You ready for this? This is the one example. Absolutely no one can dispute this whatsoever. It's literally indisputable. My ex, when I used to, date PandaLee and we were together, okay? Everyone fucking hated her. Like everyone on the internet. We hate this girl. She's so annoying. Awful personality. Abrasive personality. Terrible. She's ruining your content. She shouldn't be in your content. Absolutely awful. Terrible. Horrible. Right? Then we break up 9 years ago. She's no longer in any of my content whatsoever. She's gone from my life. Done. The day that was public knowledge, oh, man, she was great. Man, you see, he should have been with her. Oh, man, he's a real loser for breaking up with her. Wait, what? You fucking hated her. You literally, every moment that she was in content, everything was bad, 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 terrible. She ruined everything. So now she's out of the content. Oh, what a terrible decision. What an idiot. He broke up with her and this and that. See what I'm saying? And that is the one, no one can actually dispute that, because that's exactly what happened. It was like overnight, the attitude toward her broke because she was no longer a part of my life or content, and immediately the detractors love her, even though they fucking hated her 20 seconds earlier. So, yeah, absolute nonsense. So, yeah, that's why I don't ever listen to anything they say. They don't have anyone, no best interest. They're not giving me any constructive criticism. It's just always move the goalpost. It's never good enough so they can keep making content.
Also, the other thing, Phil, is when you got with her, she was a child. She was 17. And when you're at that age, you are molded by the people around you because you're still trying to find yourself. You're trying to explore and you're trying to figure out who you are and who you are in this world. And he cuts her off, isolates her from her family, her friends. So the only person around her is Phil. So she gets molded by his toxicity, which makes her more toxic, which makes her, crash out over people. You created that monster, Phil, but now that she's away, she's found herself. She has her hot young dude. And dude, she is happy. She is 10 times more happy than she ever was with you. She even gets to go outside with friends, dude. And if you ever watch a DSP stream or a RawPhil stream, you know there is dead air all the time. This man has dead air all over the place. And any streamer tries to fill this with questions, asking the audience, or talking about, things going on in the world, or games, or movies, or whatever. Phil, nope. He just sits there, just waiting for people to talk to him. Because DSP believes it's his audience's responsibility to ask him questions to fill the air and entertain him. When in reality, Phil, it's the opposite.
Not really something for me, I don't think. No, I'm not muted. I'm looking for something intelligent to respond to, and there's nothing right now. That's why I'm not speaking. I'm looking for a sign of intelligent life on this side on Kick, and I'm not finding one. So now I turn back to YouTube.
Then we have this one. Your dragon boyfriend got you the... And then it's cut off there. Hey, Phil, did you let Howard hit it when you were passing around PandaLee, who was 17? Did only John Rambo get a turn with the non-Asian style panda? Did you watch Like a Cuck with Kat and Tyrone? Yes, he probably did. Now, if you're ever wondering why DSP is like, I am the greatest person ever. I'm honest. You know, I'm not like other content creators. Obviously, he's dishonest. He's lying. He's putting the mask on. And he's always talking about people grifting and other grifters. And he's not like that. He's the exception to the rule. He's the honest guy in the world. Well, this is a throwback to him and his conversation with PPP. And remember, too, this whole grift with Pokemon, this whole grift with Magic the Gathering, this tells you why he does it so much. And this is DSP here. Hey, sir, so I have an idea how to do Smart Guys tomorrow. I think we should open with some banter about you being away. And you can counter with ask me about drama stuff, but we should keep it short. As a teaser for what's to come after we talk about wrestling, let's just cover the Elimination Chamber and Raw. I have good notes and a lot to say on both. That's a lie. And let's also establish a hittable goal to open packs of WWE cards. He even talks to PPP and DMs like his dents. I have 7 to open, so maybe we open every $150 raise, so it's my usual goal? I don't know why there's a question mark there. I worked hard to get a special cam for it and everything, lol. Yeah, they have to give me money, dude. I spent money on my business. How dare they not give me money? Then after we're done with wrestling, I know you want to tear into drama. And let's make them pay for it for once, right? Remember on the show, 2 episodes, we went wrestling first and made over $300. And last time, we did just over $400 with insane levels of dual grifting. I actually think making the drama a premium will work better. There we go. True DSP, grifter, a mid grifter, and damn. Phil has inspired my alter ego, the Fresh Prince of Dead Air. Thank you for pulling out the message. Pay for it. Yeah. So whenever DSP says, I'm not a grifter, whenever he goes on a crash out about other people as being grifters, this message right there, right here, is him behind the scenes talking PPP, saying how he wants to grift his audience and make them pay. And even says, I bought equipment for my setup. They have to give me money. What a scumbag alien. Then we have here, Jack. Hey, Phil. Love the streams. You look really drained and gaunt lately. And your eyes look heavy. Are you sleeping well? A few guys in chat said you look sick today. Please take care, man. You son of a bitch. Then we have Viking. His YouTube chat is like the cafeteria table, and all the losers sit at it. And guys, you're never going to believe this. So, first off, when he says in this clip, when it rains it pours, what he's referring to is he had a very, very low supported stream, which we will get to in a bit. But he's going to complain. Not only did you guys not give me enough money, they gave me the wrong sandwich. But it gets even worse than that. He's doing his DoorDash grift on camera now, where he's saying, I can't do DSP tries it, but I'm going to eat this sandwich that's not mine, and I'm going to get a refund for it. I'm also going to make a video so I get ad revenue on it, and I'm going to do a review on it, but it's not a review. Make that make sense, grifter scumbag alien.
You know what they say, guys? You know the saying, when it rains, it pours, right? Not only did I have this stream where I have absolutely no idea why Dark Souls stream was so poorly supported today. All right? This is the wrong sandwich. I have the wrong sandwich in front of me, so I can't do DSP tries it. This is completely wrong. Yeah. I'm going to try to get a refund because this is not the sandwich I ordered. So give me a second. I'm going to try to do it through the app and try to get my money back. This is completely wrong. I'll still eat it and I'll tell you what I think, but I don't even know what sandwich this is. It's completely the wrong sandwich. So I can't even review it because I don't know what I'm eating. It looks like there's ham and other stuff on it. I ordered the smoking honey chicken sandwich, the new one, that's supposed to have peppers, onions, provolone cheese, a bunch of chicken with a smoky sauce and honey. This is nothing like that whatsoever. This is totally someone else's sandwich. So give me a second. I'm going to try to get a refund for it because it's completely wrong. And then we will film, but it's not DSP Tries It. I'm just going to film it and be like, food vlog, unknown sandwich. Okay?
What a grifter. And then also, Holmes Pass points this out. 2 months ago, DSP said he and his wife had all but stopped eating out in order to focus on eating healthy. Today, he's singing a different tune while complaining about food services. Basically, in this clip, he's going to talk about how nobody cares about their job and that everyone's doing bare minimum to get by, and they should be going over the top. They should be doing anything out of their way to help the customer out. And Phil, people making minimum wage are not going to be like happy joy, over the top, go out of their way when they're getting paid peanuts.
Are they cutting corners? Are they massively overworking the employees and cutting down on staff? So now the employees are getting all these things wrong? Because you know there's got to be a root cause. If it was one restaurant, you'd be like, okay, it's one bad restaurant. If it was 1 or 2 times, I'm not kidding. In the last 6 to 8 months, we've had maybe a third of our orders wrong, and half the time we're at a restaurant, something's wrong. That's just crazy, right? There's a pattern now, you see? So what is happening? Is it that people aren't getting paid enough? Is it, again, like I said, they're being overworked? There's not enough workers, and now they're being, you know what I mean? It's terrible. It didn't used to be like this. I hope this is not an ongoing pattern that's going to continue, and now food is going to continue to go, you know, downhill endlessly. That would really suck, honestly. Are they cutting corners?
We got Medusa. Don't forget, he admits to still ordering breakfast. That is true. He orders every single meal. And of course, with every DSP Tries It, we get weird pictures. There's Phil sniffing the sandwich, the one that he didn't order. And then look at this. Look how aggressively he bites that. He looks so old in this picture too, by the way. And look at that. Just chomping down like a scumbag alien, even closing one eye as well while eating it. And then look at that. He's like, damn, this is good. This tastes just like my wife, who's a Subway sandwich, dude. And even put this out too. Firehouse Subs, epic fail. He called that, like the clip we just watched where he said, oh, I got the wrong sandwich. He called that epic. And says, I can't review it because it's wrong. DSP Tries It, episode 272, Firehouse Subs. Phil, you're putting out a DSP Tries It, but says you can't review it, but in the video you reviewed it. Make that make sense. Now, if you want to see how DSP wastes food, this is a perfect clip for you. This is from Boneless. DSP cooking at home, pay attention to the reflection in the microwave. So right here, watch this area right here as he puts this into the pan.
And we're going to cook this amount of beef. So we're going to go ahead and get that in there. And immediately what I'm going to do is I'm going to start breaking it up. Actually, I accidentally forgot my fan. Let's turn that on. We're going to break up the beef. No water, no anything in here yet. The goal is to get the beef into small pieces, okay? I just got some beef.
So as you can see, he put that much into his pan, and then that right there, he just threw out. He didn't put it away. He didn't put it in the fridge or anything. He just threw that right in the trash, and that tells you how much this man wastes money. And then we have DSP looking like Derek here with his new van where it says rare. That is rare, R-A-R-E. It doesn't say the other word. Rare Pokemon inside. We have Only Use Me Jade. So we got his drink, he's got his smoke, he got his fight or die. Look at that tough face right there. You think you're tough, buddy? Then we have Cat's Belly JOIs on the hub. Cat, take a break from bouncing on Tyrone and change my diaper right now. The detractors will be seething if you change my diaper, Cat. Now, guys, the truth is I spent 4 hours on the line with YouTube support to flag RawPhil. What's up, Flatman? Would you like to post more schizo rant in my chat while banning anyone that disagrees with you? Let's get some kick subs right now, guys. If you like Assassin's Creed or Pirates or me or Oxygen, donate right now. Phil's former roommate, PandaLee, was 17. His current roommate, Cat, loves BBC. That Jade photo is tough, yeah. And then we see Phil turning into the blobfish here. That's actually a natural progression. That actually works really well there. We have DSP plays Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Djinn. And you see him drunken and covered in shit. Then we have him as a baby and also wearing a diaper. We have DSP as Carl here. And then you can see like the transformation here from boom, boom, boom. I don't know about that. He still has, I don't know. He should be skinnier on the arms there. Then we have the Snorfort, one of his new Magic the Car gatherings. We have DSP the Guy. Detractors you control get +1 at the beginning of your upkeep. If you control no supporters, sacrifice DSP. Gain control of target hater until end of turn. Oh, that's the guy. Now, I saw this on TikTok. So, apparently this is a real show. And I put, something seems familiar. Can't quite put my finger on it. Who could have influenced this? So look at this. Gunner glasses, receded widow peak hair. You got the goatee here, the fatness. I wonder who that looks like. And then, get out of here, dude. Eating a pretzel. That's a protein pretzel right there. And then, so this, apparently this story of this episode is him trying to get recruited by the army. Doesn't that sound familiar? And then he says to the officer, thinking that guy's officer material. And then says, I'm not here to sign up for the Marines. It's a show on Fox. I didn't even know that. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen this, but it looks so much like DSP. I wouldn't be surprised if it's influenced by him. And then we see Phil with his saggy skin, his moobs here, his diaper, and look at right here. You know who that is? That's his wife. That's his Subway sandwich wife right there. The guy for the show worked in a hot dog factory. Irony? Oh, yeah. DSP loves putting wieners down his throat. And then we have Alex with an update on DSP spending. So May/June, he had $3,261 with taxes, $3,602 spent on Pokemon. In July, so far, he has spent $463 with taxes, $512. And the addiction gets way, way out of control. And then this right here was the day that RawPhil got taken down and he was celebrating. Now, keep in mind, this right here, 261, like $214 of that came during the pre-stream. Now, this is a bad, bad sign for Phil. He finally got rid of his #1 restreamer and he thought he was going to get thousands and thousands of dollars. But the problem is, he only got like $214 during the pre-stream during drama time. And in the past, he would get between like $500 to like $900 when drama happened. So you're telling me all those people are gone, the streamers are gone, all your detractors supposedly are gone, but you're not making more than usual. Funny how that works out. And then for this one here, this is another grift where we talked earlier about how he's not going to open packs unless there's a certain amount that's raised, like a few packs, saying that he needs to make a video. But remember, guys, this is supplementary to the content. This right here is not the content.
I currently have one pack of Pokemon cards. I'm not doing a video for one pack. So if people support right now, and we get to 150 of support right now, I will do a video and we'll do the 2 pack rips. Or we could do more. We only have 3 left to show you. This is it. We got 3 packs left of Chaos Rising. That's it. So if someone supports right now gets to 150, we'll do the 2. If we get to 200, we'll do all 3. We'll end the box. Okay? Or else, I'm saving it. I'm not going to do a video for one pack. That's just not even worth it. It'll be 2 minutes. So can we get some more support for the stream? If not, that's fine. We'll save it and we'll do it tomorrow on the Assassin's Creed stream. Okay? Can we get some more support to get a couple packs opened? If not, it's fine. It's okay, but we need to do it now because I gotta get ready to go. I'm gonna give it 5 more minutes. If we can get to 150 in 5 more minutes, I'll do the video with 2 packs. If not, we'll save it for tomorrow. Okay? Yes, I do have to do a video because this is what people asked for. They said to do separate videos, that they were upset that they were missing out on the unpackings. They didn't like that the unpackings were in random streams and random things. They wanted it all in one focus source, so that's why I'm doing it that way. All right, guys, that's going to be it. Looks like we got no more support. I want to say thanks to everyone who did support. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed. We will do this again next week, but I guess that's it for tonight. I guess we'll save these cards for tomorrow. So here's the deal.
And man, oh man, the begging is still out of control. And then we have Alex, too. DSP Game Man knowingly scammed his audience out of things he promised to do if they donated him more money. Included is a ban he did when a viewer tried to tell him. I'm requesting that YouTube review DSP Gaming's channel eligibility for monetization. I and many others believe that RawPhil has demonstrated a recurrent pattern of conduct that may not align with the YouTube Partner Program monetization policies. I ask that YouTube review the channel's content, live streams, and community interactions for repeated behavior that may violate or fall short of advertiser-friendly or monetization standards. Now, the funny thing is, even if he privates the live streams or puts them as unlisted, YouTube still has access to them. So, as long as you have the actual address of the stream, even if it's private, and you give it to YouTube, YouTube can still look at the stuff on their end as well. And we have here, crazy exciting, DSP Game, you owe us 8 more. You didn't add a pack to the leaderboard when you got that 450 in support. And he shows off here, 446, so 15. 451, 15. So there should have been more. And then we also have here, Virtual Boy Real. This is another supporter on Kick. DSP Gaming, you literally give 0 shits about your audience. That response proves it. And then he gave him $5 after that, or before that. So 12.16, $5. Giving him money, saying, doesn't it feel a bit disingenuous to ask for support to open packs on a stream and then arbitrarily decide to save them for the next day's stream? Remember,
Welcome home.
Wild Bill 8 Real is now following on Kick.
oh, thank you for the follow, Wild Bill. Remember, just remember, roll back goals, now roll back pack openings. Even if you give him money for a pack opening, he's not actually going to give you the money or the packs. And guys, he had to tease people because he knows the Pokemon grift is dying. And he has to move on to the next grift. And he's going to tease you. And oh, you're not going to believe what it is. So look at the tease here for DSP.
I got something very special. All right? Very special coming up. Basically, once it arrives, I want to reveal it to you, but it hasn't arrived yet. It's out for delivery, but it's not here yet. So I got something special I want to show you all, okay? In regards to upcoming, card unpackings. And I'm curious how you're gonna react and what you're gonna say. In fact, there might be a direct reaction. I just don't want to spoil it, but I'm not gonna spoil it until it's here. It's not here yet, okay? Basically, it's more cards, but it's something completely different. But then I had an idea. I said, why don't we try this idea and see how people react? So I want to show you. I want to see how you guys react and go from there. And if you guys like the idea, maybe we'll go with that, okay? But it's not here yet, so I'm not gonna spoil. All right, cool. I got something.
And of course, DSP doesn't do anything original. So he goes from Pokemon cards, that is right, to Marvel. But not only any Marvel, it's Magic the Gathering featuring Marvel cards. And DSP, oh, he's such a grifter. He said, I have never played Magic the Gathering. I've never seen any Magic cards. But now he wants to open it for money. I'm pretty sure that's the definition of grifting.
Tonight, I want to present to you an alternative. Especially because we're doing Pal World tonight. Yeah, it's kind of like Pokemon, and I'm going to open a pack of cards for free. No contributions required, all right? So, here we go. You ready? Here is what I did. I listened to feedback, and I went out and got this, and I'm curious how you guys are going to react. Ready? The big reveal?
And also during this, he also looked at Avatar cards and he also looked at Final Fantasy cards, just looking for the next grift, dude, the next high. And this is the whole thing about addiction is you start off small, a little bit here, a little bit there, but then you get desensitized to the highs and you have to escalate and get more and more to feel that high again. All of a sudden, your addiction is out of control and you spent thousands and thousands of dollars, like DSP here, on cards. We have Misery Merchant. DSP opened another Pokemon box off stream. See that? Even more addiction. And claims to have pulled another $100 hit off stream. And now he's pulling magic cards. This man went from digital JPEGs of Hulk Hogan's dick to physical JPEGs of Pokemon and Wolverine. And his audience was not having it. They do not like that he's doing magic and Pokemon. And he says, his chat is dumb if they don't like that he's collecting magic and Pokemon cards. Remember, he has no idea if he's going to sell them. He has no idea who they are on the cards. He has no idea about the names, what they do. He just all cares about the money. And of course, first day, what do we get? Sock accounts, that is right. So we have Tommy Vercetti, former Skywalker or Skyjogger. Let's get some MTG love, boys. Woohoo! DSP Rips a big one is back on the menu, boys. Note, this is not for Power World. I hate the game. No offense. I'm here for the MTG Rips. And then we have Jonathan Smith, 9608. Now, if you know OIC/OIC, he always puts numbers at the end of his words. So if you see like 9608, 3742, it's always ICS/OIC. And look at that. Jonathan, again, a person who's never chatted before, just gave $100 in total. And look at that, Jonathan Smith, 141.95. Estimated watch time, 1 hour and 4 minutes. Imagine watching an hour and 4 minutes, your very first ever viewing of this channel, and you give $141. Not suspicious at all, right, dudes? And look at him pointing right at the King's Tax, 456. What's going on, guys? Let's open some more packs, dude. Scalpers were resellers till he got a pack at retail price. Then when he couldn't get another pack at retail, they are back to resellers. That is true. With DSP, anything he can do is good. Anything he can't do is bad until he can do it. Sock Avengers assemble for the pig roach. That is true. And then Nova points out, it took Phil 45 minutes to open 7 packs of MTG Marvel superheroes. He was physically and mentally exhausted, completely drenched in sweat. Phil has to scan every rare and mythic because those could be hits. Phil called a $1.35 fight to the death bonus sheet card a good hit. It's gotten so bad, $1.35 is a good hit for him. Remember, this is how addiction gets way, way out of control. And also keep in mind, 2027, his bankruptcy period is over. So he can file for a second bankruptcy. So the question I have is he unloading all this money, spending all his upgrades, Pokemon cards, Marvel cards, all for his quote unquote business, and then just gonna file for bankruptcy and just write it all off? Because what he could do is he could go to Amazon, put all these on a payment plan, and then file for bankruptcy, and it just gets cleared out. But then again, he did commit fraud on his bankruptcy forms. And DSP is going to say he was so successful yesterday because he got like $400 or so. And he's going to say he's a victim of his own success.
We've got a lot to talk about today, folks, because yesterday was a chaotic day, to say the least. I was not expecting at all for yesterday to go the way that it did. Now, I just want you to understand this is not a bad thing. Okay, this is not me complaining. This is not me saying, oh no, and criticizing. It's actually a very good thing. If anything, the best way I can describe it is that I'm basically a victim of my own success. We've got a lot.
And remember, guys, as that being said points out, this is not a card pack opening channel for you guys. And look at this. DSP pack rips, DSP pack rips. We have DSP pack rips. We have TCG. We have TCG. Man, a lot of pack rips on DSP Gaming. And like I said, he's looking at the future at Final Fantasy cards and Avatar cards. That is going to be the next grift when MTG falls off. And then he was opening up more Pokemon cards, and he said to this one, this is some sort of ghost. And then you see the circle part, vampire villain. So he doesn't even look at the card or read it. He just looks at the picture and goes, oh, this is what I think it is. It's right there, Phil. It's right there. Get your glasses out, old man. And now he's going to beg and beg and beg because support is down. And he wants to open more cards. You better give him money, dudes. He needs that money. He really, really does.
We'll still get some good stuff in this box. I don't know, but we're going to try. Okay? Now, today, we didn't get much support when it came to the cards at all. It is what it is. We're doing 2 packs tonight. One is actually a hold off from earlier today. And I actually played a Pokemon-related game tonight. Therefore, that's why we're doing 2, because when I play Pokemon, I basically give away, I feel like, a freebie pack. But if you're here live and you like the content and you want to see more pack rips tonight, we could do more, but we need you guys to support the stream. If we get to $100 to support, there'll be another pack. If someone does a $50 contribution of any kind, there'll be another one. But we're going to do 2 as is, okay?
The FF and Avatar cards are MTG. Yeah, I meant the, I misspoke. I meant the Marvel MTG when it falls off. Because it will fall off. Everything he does falls off. And now DSP, every so often, lets the mask slip, saying that he wants money. And he's going to say, because you didn't give him enough money, it is annoying. He is now telling his audience, don't annoy me, give me money. And it's a slip, and he catches himself here.
All right, so guys, once again, here's the deal, because we're about to get started, okay? 2 hours of Pokemon Champions tonight, and then we're going to open at least 2 packs of the Magic the Gathering Marvel cards. But please support the stream. Here's why. Number 1, earlier today, we didn't hit enough for another pack of cards. Kind of annoying, not annoying, but disappointing.
And then, so we have PWOP. Last night, DSP took 15 minutes to open 2 packs of cards. Freaked out over a $20 card in a box that costs $120 plus. Same energy as getting excited over $20 on a slot spin after dumping $100 into it. Actual gaming degen behavior, yeah. If he's spending thousands and thousands of money on cards and going, oh, I won $20, I'm a success, dude. That bankruptcy is coming very, very fast.
$20.93 because it's the foil version. $20 hit. We finally got a freaking good hit. It actually makes it way up my wall of fame. $20, 93 cents. So basically $21. I was going to say, with the way it looks, it's got to have value. I mean, come on. Ridiculous. All right, so that one right away makes the wall of fame because it's the foil. If it wasn't the foil version, it's only like 5, I think. But because it's the foil version, no, without the foil, it's 8. With the foil, it's 21. It's a nice looking card. You got to, like, which side do you put up front? They both sides look good. I guess technically, you would want to put this side up front because this has the foil on the bottom there and it has the mythic symbol on it right there.
Man, oh man, he is getting really, really crazy with the money. And of course, you know what happens when support's low, and especially when it's on kick side, he refuses to do anything for you. So he got annoyed that kick was not supported, and he missed his goal yet again. You can see at this point in the week, his support is nosediving. It is going down and down. I'm not kidding you, where he made between $52 and $107 each stream at this point.
All right, guys, that's it for tonight. I'm not going to send the Kick audience anywhere because it's a bunch of toxic retards who came over from Casino. So they can kiss my hairy ass and they're not going nowhere. They can sit and spin. But as for you guys on YouTube, you were great today. You were a great engaged audience, and I appreciate you all. I will see you guys tomorrow for the podcast and Dark Souls 2. All right, everybody? All right, everyone, have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye-bye.
Oh, I miss this so much. I miss this so much. Yeah, he did say that it was a Kick was a troll chat, but now he's banning people for trolling him. The only other person on YouTube says sit and spin, Cyrax. Imagine being in that same category. Well, they do have the same delusions of fitness too. And now, even his dents were moving the goalpost saying that, oh, DSP bought all that retro games after his bankruptcy. And people kept saying, no, he bought it before. He even admitted on stream that he bought it when he started YouTube. And his dents were so desperate to defend him because they don't want to face reality. Well, here's DSP confirming what we've been saying this whole time.
And this time we're going to go through my Sega CD, 32X, and 32X CD library. And we're going to finish up documenting the games, looking at the conditions, seeing all the stuff inside of them, and seeing what the value is, and getting that collection documented. Then, what I'd like to do is look online and see, do they sell protective cases and or storage materials for these retro games? I'm almost positive they do. Like, maybe I can actually get a box for NES games, or I could get special cases for the NES games that have value, you see? I want to do that so that way they're properly stored and nicely sorted in my closet, rather than it being a chaotic mess like it's been ever since I bought them like 14, 15 years ago. And this time...
Again, at the same time, he was telling people, you got to give me money or I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to have to sell my house. I have to pay my back taxes. He was buying retro games and spending money on WWE Champions and other mobile games. And the greed is already coming out. So remember how he said, oh, I want 2 packs to open. Now, DSP is complaining and saying, I want to open 6 packs of cards today. Give me money so I can open up 6 packs. Remember, each one costs at least $50.
It's gone well. We have 6 packs left of Marvel MTG. Today, please support the streams because in truth, my goal for today is to open those packs. I would like to finish opening the 6 remaining Marvel packs today. I would like it so that when we come back on Thursday, we're going back to Stellar Miracle for a few days. And then my new set, the Pitch Black English set of Pokemon cards.
Yeah, goal, you say. Oh, no, I thought there was no goals, huh? And guys, you're never going to believe it. The money is nosediving. It's going down after 1 or 2 days of the buff of getting rid of RawPhil. It's all going back to normal, actually less than normal. He's getting between $55, $52, $60, and $107. He doesn't know what's going on, guys. Why aren't you giving him money? And Phil, this is a problem you started yourself. Phil screwed Phil. You took away the biggest troll restreamer. And your whole concept is give me money to fell the trolls in this imaginary war of dents versus detractors that doesn't even exist. And now you can't even say give me money to, support me over RawPhil, because RawPhil's not there anymore, dude.
Thank you for that. So we're $36 to support. Again, the goal today is to try to open all 6 packs of the Marvel cards. There's 6 left. We open them at $100, $150, $200, $250, etc. Every 50 starting at 100, and for a $50 contribution. So if you like the content, please support it today. I'm still here till past 4 p.m. So I still got another, 2 hours roughly on the stream. We could still get lots more support. We could still do pack openings. Please support if you're enjoying, okay?
Yeah, you hear that? There's still enough time to give me lots of extra money, dude. Phil, you are not entitled to their money. You are not entitled to any money. Just because you hit start stream and end stream doesn't mean this is a 9-to-5 job where you're guaranteed money. And let's just face it, Phil, your audience is your boss. You have to please them to give you money, not the other way around. And then Broside Phil's at $17 begging for a significant tip, aka $50. We're so back. And then I pointed out, I got these cheeseburgers, man. Damn, DSP really got all those RawPhil viewers to donate to him. And we also have this here. Welcome home. DSP with his gin and AI Jasper right there. And he doesn't know what's going on. Every single game now is low supported. It doesn't matter if it's Pokemon. It doesn't matter if it's Dark Souls 2. It doesn't matter if it's Assassin's Creed. For some reason, every game is now low supported. He can't understand what's going on, dude.
If you're enjoying the stream, please give it a like and please support it. All right? I would appreciate the support. If you haven't yet, right now, this is one of the lowest supported streams I've had in a very long time, and I don't know why. If you're enjoying the stream, please give it a like and please support it. All right? I would appreciate the support. If you haven't yet, right now, this is one of the lowest supported streams I've had in a very long time, and I don't know why. If you're enjoying...
Oh, thank you, Lord Diaz, with the raid. Thank you so much, dude. And then Broside Phil with this clip, where DSP says the words, not even close to what I would expect. So that means he is expecting money from his audience every time he streams. Remember, it was just like 2 years ago where he said support is not mandatory. But apparently now, he has the Wings motto, sub, support, or get the fuck out. And DSP is losing it. He is going off crazier and crazier. And it's the addiction. He needs the money because he can make like $6,000-$7,000 in a month, but he's spending like $4,000 in cards. So it's eating away at his addiction and his money.
I mean, do you want me to be honest? Yeah, I'm very disappointed. I don't know what happened today. This is a great stream. We had great attendance all day, and I'm not talking about the stupid view-botting idiot. I mean, in general, the attendance is good. Look, over 400 for Dark Souls. I think we have almost 200 on Kick. But for some bizarre reason, support was not good. What happened? How are we at $60 of support? Right? Not even enough for 1 pack of cards. Not even close to what I would expect for a Dark Souls stream. Especially from previous Dark Souls streams. What happened today? Last night was Pokemon Champions. I get it with that. Like, I just don't have many people for it. But here, it's like, wow. Now, here's the thing. Like Habib asked earlier. He said, hey, will you do the DLCs? I want to. Scholar of the First Sin has them all. And they're good DLCs. They're challenging. They're fun. But I don't know. I don't even know if I can finish the game at this rate if I'm going to have very little support. You know, I'm shocked because Dark Souls has done really well. I don't know. Well, we're going to do DSP tries it regardless. Hopefully, the rest of the day will go well. Like tonight, we're doing Pal World. And last time we did Pal World, yeah, things went really well.
Yeah, AKA you gave me money. We have Lord Diaz on Kick. Whoa, buddy. How you doing, my friend? One half of the tag team known as Smart Guys 3.0, which, by the way, this month, we will be going over ECW. Barely Legal, 1997, where Terry Funk won the ECW title, so watch out for that. And then next up, look at this, $63, damn, and $52 in Super Chats, minus 30%. Damn, we're all jealous of you, King. You got all that RawPhil money. And DSP puts this out very weirdly, because he's talking about money. I just had one of the weirdest streams ever. Dark Souls 2, which usually performs very well, aka money, tanked with unusual low support. Then Firehouse Subs got my order completely wrong, so I couldn't do DSP tries it. I'm now uploading, but sadly, I can't really deliver as promised. Sorry. Yeah, he can't deliver because he didn't get enough money. What a scumbag alien. And now, DSP always says, I put out free content. Why aren't you not supported? Now, Phil, if you're putting out free content, then why would they have to support? Because if it's required for them to support, it's not free content. And now, he's complaining that Kick Chat are greedy because you're asking for things for free. Oh, Phil, you greedy son of a bitch.
Welcome home.
Dreambear is now following on Kick.
Oh, thank you, Dreambird. Thank you so much for following.
People sitting in Kick Chat asking for things for free should probably wise up. If you don't support the streams, you get nothing. You don't get anything for free, you get nothing at all. I can just turn the stream off. All right? So how about you stop being greedy and stop asking for things when you're just sitting there acting a fool?
And now, this was one of the funnier moments of the week. So someone in chat says to DSP, I hope you never hit a goal again. And of course, you know, if it comes to his money, he is going to rage out. He's going to tell people off. And he doesn't understand it. He bans the guy. But that's the thing is, his money's going down. He's not hitting the goals. And people are actually trolling him in the Kick Chat. And of course, DSP has to respond, take the bait every single time.
See what I mean? There's so many toxic people in Kicks. One person says, I hope he never, ever reaches any of his goals ever again. What a nice thing to say, right? What a great person to say that in someone's stream chat. I mean, just a nice, positive attitude on life, huh? What a jerk. Like, even if you really don't like someone, just leave them. Don't hang around and wish them, you know, ill will and terrible things. That's awful. You're an awful person.
Remember, guys, he said, you can razz him, you can troll him in chat, you can say whatever you want, as long as it's not racist, sexist, or dox anyone. But now he's saying, how dare you say that? Get out of here. What a hypocrite. And of course, they're still asking for more free packs, and DSP is telling them, stop asking for freebies. That's not how it works. Just give me money and shut the hell up.
No complimentary anything. We're going to be having people support the stream, and we're going to open packs appropriately. Stop asking for freebies when you sit there and you don't support anything I do. Because if you do, I'm just going to ban you. I've had enough of the toxic attitude from Kid.
Hear that? He said you can be toxic, but now he's saying, I've had enough of the toxic attitude from Kick. And yes, that person was banned. Oh, Phil. Phil never changes. And then it got so bad. So remember how DSP said, I don't want to put chat on the screen because it takes up more space. But look at this. He now has a double layer here. So he has 2 scrolling layers here. Phil, this is not even necessary. You are a scumbag. You are so bad at this. I don't understand how 20 years you do this and fail constantly, but at the same time, you never improve. If you worked a regular job, a 9 to 5 job, and you didn't improve in 1 year, you'd be fired. If you did it in 20, no one would ever hire you because you would have a reputation. But then again, Phil is an alien, a scumbag alien. And look at that, another stream with 1,200 or 12,000 bots, $107 for Pal World. Every single game is not working. And even puts it in chat, pay no attention, do not mention the idiot that has been frequently viewbotting me, as that exactly what he wants. Thanks. And he's getting very toxic towards people. And he's going to say something that, you know, he really, truly means. He's going to say it's a joke, but he truly, truly means this.
This is great. Big Baller Mike says, why not just open all of these packs for free to entertain the audience? Hey, Big Baller Mike, why don't you just mail me your wallet? Because that's really entertaining to me.
Yes, give me all your money from your wallet. That's entertaining to me. Mask off moment right there. The greedy grifter. And we have here, you're never going to believe this, guys. Guess what? I told you. Pokemon grift is dying. So now, the support is low, and you're going to see him say, what's going on, guys? Where's the support? And even going as far as the wage quit Pokemon champions. You know the grift is dead when the games are no longer working, and he's got to move on from Pokemon to something else.
One more fight, and then this is probably it, sadly, for Pokemon Champions. Unless things turn around right now, this is the least supported stream I've had in ages. I've been doing well on everything I've been doing, just not Pokemon Champions, so that's it for the game, guys. I've really tried hard to get people to care. Not enough do. What can I say? Well,
I can't make you like the game.
All right. Well, folks, that's it for Pokemon Champions. I like the game. I can't make you like the game. To be honest with you, it doesn't pull in views. It doesn't. And it doesn't get support. It sucks. I like doing something different with multiplayer and trying to learn or whatever. There's no point at this point. I tried my hardest. I really have. I tried my hardest to make it work in the rotation. I brought it back multiple times. I tried doing what you recommended, including playing doubles instead of single, including trying new teams. It never works. So to those who do like Pokemon Champions, for those who hang around and have supported, I do appreciate that. Okay, I do. But as you can see, it's just, it doesn't work out ever. I mean, how many times am I going to try to stream this game and it still doesn't work? So that is it for Pokemon Champions. I gave it a shot. I do like it, and I learned a lot about Pokemon duels, right? Like actually playing this game, I never understood about how these real status effects and buffs and things work. You know what I mean? Never. I didn't understand it. Now I get it. So I'm happy for that, obviously, to understand what I'm doing. But I'm not going to keep this game in the rotation. This is like attempt number 7 at trying to get it to work, and it still doesn't, you know? So I hope you understand. For those who like it, like, for example, Spirit Phase, I know you really like the game, and you do support it, and I appreciate that. But there's only so many times that I can give it a try and hope that something's going to work. You know what I'm saying? But I tried my best. And, you know, I win sometimes, I lose sometimes. I do like the idea of climbing the ranks. And it also seems like, sadly, it's a game that you have to play a lot more. Like, when I'm playing it, like, 1 or 2 times a month, that's just not enough. The season runs out. You saw, I just started playing. It says, oh, season runs out in 21 days. So if I play it in three streams, I'll never even get to Master Ball. I don't play it enough. You know what I mean? I don't. So, well, I hope that people did appreciate the fact that I tried something different, but that's going to be it for Pokemon Champions. Thank you, guys. Okay. All right, guys. Well, I tried. but it failed. I don't know what else to say. All my other streams are doing good. This game, every single time I play it, it's the same result. So that's enough of that. I guess we'll look for some new stuff to do on the late streams. Possibly next week. We'll have to see. We are going to do some pack openings, and it's the packs from earlier today. Like, no exaggeration, all of today, one pack. Because I'm giving you one today that's a freebie because it was a Pokemon game. So yeah, look at the difference here, right? On one day, I ended up opening an insane amount of packs, and then one day, nothing. You know, it's like, geez. But it's because of the game. I feel like if we did any other game tonight, it would have done better. Seriously. So, all right.
And it's amazing how every single time he's low support, this is the lowest supported stream I've had all year. And it's amazing how the downfall, how fast it happened after gloating about getting rid of RawPhil, dancing on his grave, saying, I have all his viewers, I have all his money now, to this. Every single game, low support. Every single stream, lowest support of the year. I don't know what's going on, guys. Well, Phil, it's you. It's always been you. You are the problem. And he puts this out, a confusing end to the week. And Laugh My Ass Off says, he's pissed off because he wanted to open 6 packs of Marvel or some shit today, and we couldn't even open them without raising $300. If only there was a way to open them without having to raise $300. And then he put this out about having low support on Dark Souls and all that. And we have Hellman, apparently is an ass sucker for DSP. Don't worry, you literally did nothing wrong. I think support is low because everyone is betting on the World Cup games, and Firehouse subs shat the bed. It's not your fault. Things will pick up now that the illegal restreamer is gone for good. And then at the bottom, Timber, World Cup has been on for over a month. Come on, dude. Then he replies with, semi-final start today. That's when most people take an interest in betting. Word finals. Add up. And up. And guys, that's how the week ended. If you guys like that, click that like on the stream. Also, follow me if you're on Kick. Follow me if you're on Twitch. Subscribe to me if you're on YouTube. That way it helps out the channel, pushes it up in the algorithm. And maybe we'll do more of these live DSP Weeks in Review. And as always, I love each and every one of you. Hope you're all safe, healthy, and happy. Peace and love.
Another betting stream, another fabrication fails on the ropes, the lights are dim, the walls are closing in, another dead in his ego, another grift begins. He believes the trolls, the haters, the algorithms are rigged, but truth is taught